Hello, this is Victor from RestoringMercedes.com, and today I want to show this problem with this motor here. Actually, I was under the impression that these motors, the early 92, 93 motors from 600s V12 throttle bodies, are prone to failures, but apparently they're not. And this is the second time I'm actually working on this, and the same issue. And to me, this is kind of a mystery why they do this. I mean, I have an idea what's wrong with it. I mean, I fixed the first one, and I'm going to do this one. Now, it came out from this throttle body here, and basically, well, as you can see, it came out from this opening here. It's already done already. And this throttle body is from a 600 SL, a 93 model. Basically what happened is the throttle body was ready to go. I checked it out, everything's fine, and tested on the vehicle. It made a couple of these screeching sounds. It didn't go into limp mode or anything like that. So it happened before, and I mailed these units back to customers. Nobody called back saying that, you know, there's a problem with it or whatnot. So I figured one kind of an idea that I had before is that the 92, 93 units, as you can see, the motor sits in here, and then there's a metal gear. Now the metal gear does not have any kind of washers or kind of retainers to hold it in one location, and this gear off the factory, it actually moves on its shaft. You know, it just goes in and out like such until it hits the lock ring at the end of the shaft. Lock ring is submerged in oil. I don't want to get to it, but anyway, so I was looking at this problem before. I was like, what's with this noise? And the gear itself it has a little play on axis. So I figured, well, you know, maybe it's just something to do with this gear, because metal, 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 3 metal gears, and the noise is also metallic. I'm going to demonstrate the noise in a minute. So now this gear, as you can see, they both spin nice and free, and everything seemed to be fine. And the motor spins nice and free. I can spin it okay. Now this motor has no ball bearings, no needle bearings, or no bearings at all. It has these sleeves. It's like ceramic type of material. So the stator, the armature shaft, just sits inside the sleeve. Whereas in other motors, like a V8 for example, these are 94, 95 motors, you can see Mercedes, actually Bosch, started to use bearings. Whereas this motor has no bearings. There is bearing on the front, there is bearing on the back. So there is no axial play basically. It's really, really tight. It's completely, it has zero play. As you can see, I'm trying to move it. Nothing happens. It's just solid in there. Now, whereas this motor here, as you look at this closely, I'm going to show you, it has play to it. Like this. So that's not only in this axis, it also has play in left and right. That probably camera will not pick up, but I'll try. I don't know if you can see that, but you can probably hear it. No. Well, anyway, there is slight off-axis play as well. Trying my best I can. Hold camera in one hand and try to do this with the other. Well, anyway, there is play in it. So when I was double checking everything, right now I would just wanted to connect this unit lastly to my e-gas module and just check it out. Something else, I wanted to actually check out my e-gas module, and the unit just shut down. I was like, what's going on? Went into limp mode, and it didn't go into limp mode because it was you know, something's wrong with wires. It goes into limp mode when I open the throttle fast, and not always, so from time to time, and it only does it when the motor starts making this very funny noise. So let me demonstrate the noise now. So what I have here is I have the power supply set on about 2.5, yeah, what is that, 2 volts about. Now the motor is spinning, everything is nice. As you can see, it spins. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to tap it. See if I can duplicate it right now. Okay, I have to do it in this axis. Let's just try to. I have to tap it fast so you can hear it. Alright, let's do it this way. Let me just do it like that. There. Now there we have it. Motor spinning, nothing is moving. As you can see, no axial play here. Funny problem. Now, I'm gonna try to do now. I'm gonna spray some of this stuff at the end bearing. Quiet. So, the sleeves are messed up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disassemble the whole thing. I'm gonna do the sleeve. I'm going to readjust the height on this gear. So right now probably won't be able to duplicate this problem anymore. And I'm gonna work on the armature. As you see, give it some lubrication, goes away. Another thing is I'm going to flip the sleeve around. I'm going to basically flip them. So there's probably more axial play here than at the front. So that's what I'm going to do. So right now, as you can see, I cannot duplicate this problem. Just won't let me. Once it dries up, let's try it again. I'm lightly tapping. It looks like very violent tap, but it's not actually. It's just, as you can see, it doesn't fall out of my feet or anything. So I chose low RPMs because high RPMs, once I'm gonna let it run, let's high RPM run. Once I let it run, it's gonna warm up, it's going to evaporate. The electronics cleaner is going to evaporate. High RPM usually does not produce that noise. I also feel vibration. You hear that vibration. Well, good news is that it does not work. There. Changing the speed, I'm changing the voltage so you hear the pitch changes. That was the high pitch noise. See, I can change the speed on it, and basically went away after I decreased the speed. I feel slight vibration to it as well. There is slight vibration through the motor. See, now it went away. So I'm gonna have to open this thing up and work on it so it goes back to a customer without problems. Alright, just wanted to make this one just to show a customer and people what's going on. Now this thing is super hot now. I feel that the temperature at the end of the shaft. This one is cold, so I'm gonna have to work on this motor now. Yep, so this is the 92-93 units there. Wires go bad, and these motors, because 94-95, all of these motors, brushes get stuck. In this particular model, brushes do not get stuck. The brushes are actually good. Once I open it, I will find deep grooves in it. I already know about it. So I'm gonna have to work on the armature, work on brushes. If you look what I'm doing now, you can see that this brush actually is moving quite freely. Whereas in 94-95 models, it actually gets stuck. Yeah, you can see I can move it a little bit. This camera is not the greatest. This is my cell phone, so you see I can move the brush. You see it moves. So it's not stuck as I thought at first, because 94-95 brushes get stuck and you have to do them. That's a big job to do them. So this one, as you can see, it also moves. So yeah, it's gonna take a little time to get this thing disassembled, but have to do that. Alright, well, more information on my website, thestoryofmercedes.com. Thanks for watching.